Sir, please, it's me, Colin. I really don't believe anything bad is going to happen. Can't we let these poor 3 semen-drinking people go home? We've never had an assassination attempt on a blood moon before, and I really think you'll be just fine this year.
No, Colin, I zap you again with the lightning.
Ow. Oh no, King. But
It worked.
Seriously, I think that they should go. Would you guys like to go? It's okay
Yes.
if you leave. You can
Adventure. Okay, I start to walk out.
Very
of it.
well,
I-
very
I-
well. Zap you all for good luck.
leave. Suddenly, a loud explosion is heard from outside. People are heard screaming, running. The guards are alerted, and sirens go off. In the Middle Ages, the sirens are just small children yelling.
It's a midget with a conch shell.
Yes. Holy midget with the conch shell blows his mighty conch shell, and screams are heard from outside.
Quickly, we must go out and see what the problem is.
I can do battlefield amputations.
I stand right behind the king, not ready to fight, but eager to assist him in any decision-making that needs to be done.
Wow, what a suck-up guy. You're a real piece of shit, Swing.
I'm also not so great with a blade.
That was Colin. King?
Yes, continue on. Fuck 'em up.
The
Fuck
3
up
heroes
those kids.
run to the front gate, which has still been down from their entry, and they see the town of Karglar ablaze. Warriors are in the streets made of stone and wood, carving down innocent civilians. The guards are being overpowered, and the ground is quaking. Screams are heard from every direction. The king tries to calm down his people.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my power treads to very light so that I can run faster in case things really heat up.
Okay? As a critical failure. Winks moves down to his power treads and attempts to put them as light as possible. However, his thumbs fumble in the excitement as a random arrow hits almost at his hand. He, in fact, makes them as heavy as possible and is unable to move for a very long time.
So I'm currently in the throne room, plastered behind the king.
You are currently in the throne room, standing behind the king, tugging at your feet, trying to make them move.
That is an epic win in my book.
All right, Annie, please.
Well, I am made mostly of cast iron because, carbon fiber wasn't really a thing. But I am still moving, still going forward. My primary objective is to make sure no one out there in the king's court is hurt in any way.
Needles rushes to the villagers, screaming and on fire. She starts to pat them down, trying to assist them. And, she does it! Yes, she saves a villager's life. She stops them and rolls them on the ground until the flames subside.
Bartrand runs to assist, but I'm not so good with the healing. I'm going to bash in the rock warrior skulls. This is what I do best.
Well, as fast as his body can take him, the tank, Bartrand, runs out of the gate as quickly as he can towards one of the metal abominations. He slams into it with a force that does not shake the creature hardly at all. He bounces effortlessly off of the giant golem despite his massive stance and falls to the ground. However, he is not hurt. It gets back up immediately.
Very good.
King, it's your turn.
I kick the golem in the testicles with my wand.
It is a critical hit. There you go. The king kicks one of the golems
No surprise.
and 2 of his tiny pebbles. The golem looks down in pain and explodes. Somehow, it appears the king's powers of king's blood are finally starting to surge through his veins yet again. His body rumbles with electricity for the first time in 30 years.
Oh my! I feel it. Let me zap Colin
So,
just in case,
hold
just
on.
to test it out.
Ow! Colin feels a massive amount of pain from the lightning. We must recede somewhere. Someone save the king, you 3 idiots. Go and defend outside. I will take the king to the safety room. Please, go! Go now!
Okay, I beckon, what's his name, Bartrand, over towards me, and I motion towards my feet like I'm stuck, trying to get him to come pick me up so that I can join the fray now that the king's
but that's
peacing out.
all right.
Well, I'm beckoning. I'm not talking.
okay.
He can't
Yeah.
hear me from where I am.
Very well, very well.
Very good. I see that the young man, little goblin, is in distress. I run towards him, pick him up,
Okay.
flexing. The whole time.
Oh, you do pick him up and deactivate his power treads, and you're back to normal.
So I scout around. How many creatures are we looking at in like our general vicinity of like a good sprint kick from Bell
In the
Bartram?
general vicinity, you see rock giants moving down the street. 2 of them, after one was exploded by the massive electric testicle kick from the king. 5 evil ents are still
monsters.
going around killing people. The rocks appear to be crushing down the doors, and the evil ents are entering and stabbing the people within. There are 5 ents and 2 rock monsters left.
Okay. Beltran, let's go for some of the little guys. You pick them up and slam them. I'll stand behind you with my pirate sword, and if they get near me, I'll poke them.
You have a pirate sword.
Yep, it's been in my really big bag that you can't see what's in the bag because it's the bag of holding. Yeah, I pull out my pirate sword
He pulls out his pirate sword.
What do you have a pirate sword for?
because I'm a goblin. Goblins, pirates. I don't.
Very well.
Is bullshit.
I found it. I stole it from a pirate. That's the story.
Great. Okay. Bertrand and Winks run at brandishing his pirate sword. You are running towards them.
I think the best method is to go for the head. So I will throw you up on their head, and you can do damage with that silly sword.
Okay. Bertrand lifts you with all of his power and throws you, much like a cannonball, into the back of one of the trees. You land with such, in fact, strength that the first tree you land into snaps. Its head goes flying off. As you pile through one tree, you land on the second one, the sword impaling its head. It falls to its wooden knees and to the ground, turning into harmless tree, wood.
Tree man.
Sticks of wood, yeah.
Twigs and
Twigs
shit.
and shit, yeah.
You're having a great time. Everyone's having a great time.
Well done, Beltran. Bartran. Whatever
All right.
your name is.
At
I'm
that
glad you
moment,
remembered.
the king walks towards his throne with Colin in tow. It is the king's turn.
There's a golem left still, right?
Yes, there is king.
I would like to use my lightning rod at full power, full capacity, on the golem instead of Colin this time.
Very well. As the king walks towards the throne, he puts one deathly stare back behind them towards the lone golem. He waves his mighty wand and launches a pretty powerful strike. 14 damage on the golem. Still has 16 damage left. The golem staggers. It has a mighty blow, but now it is enraged. And it begins to run at the king.
Oh, I got this. I can help.
Uh-huh.
Well, I kind of noticed something weird about the golems. They look kind of shiny, like maybe they got a little bit of a magnetic flex in them.
Oh,
And I happen to have a magnet. So
Do they?
maybe I can push them away.
let's see if you do. She whips out her magnet needles and points it at the golem. The golem looks confused, but however, the magnet pulls it quicker towards them, plowing through needles and winks with the added magnetic speed, each dealing a 3 damage.
Very good. I must catch the creature that is speeding towards the king.
Yes.
Smoog, quickly!
Smoke! A small lizard appears from the back of his satchel. It is Smoog, the dragon lizard friend that he has had since a child. Him, being a blacksmith, uses his fire hot to smith anywhere he wants. The tiny dragon perches on Bartrand's shoulder.
That's correct. I run towards him and I just lean towards, hoping that Smoog will take care of the rest.
Smoog, being put onto his shoulder, rushes towards the golem. However, the run is so fast that Smoog is flung from your shoulders
Smoog, no! Too dangerous there!
across the room. He hits the wall very hardly and falls to the ground.
Inquiry. I have alchemy, which can turn, quote, crap into something good with a roll.
Oh.
Does Smoog count as crap that I could alchemy?
Dear God.
Now that he has been tossed away, I think he might be considered
Alchemy
rubbish.
is for non-living creatures. Non-living creatures.
Okay.
So no, you can't kill his favorite pet and turn it into something based on a roll of the dice. You sick fuck.
Okay.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
It's back to the king's turn.
I'm gonna have to think about this.
Yes, the goblin is running.
I
toward
feel like
the
my
golem.
only power is lightning.
You did kick one in the balls and exploded,
All right,
king.
we give another ball kicker here. Let's take it.
Ball kick.
Let's take it.
As the golem reaches the king, he extends his leg out in a furious fashion behind him, not even looking like in those old action movies from India. The leg connects onto the testicles, the tiny pebbles of the golem, and it explodes! Fiery gush! The explosion on the testicles is in fact so powerful that the rocks explode like shrapnel onto the other treants, the evil ents, in the area, destroying the others. For now, all enemies in the area are dead. The king stands in front of you, right behind him.
That was very impressive, my king.
You guys fucking suck at this. I killed everyone.
You hear a voice from behind the king. Well done, champions, well done! But you did forget one thing. And suddenly, the king's eyes grow wide as a thrust is heard behind the king, and a dagger appears through his upper stomach? 6?
Not there. Fuck.
It's Colin! And a small dagger has been put through the king while you were busy. I knew you drunken retards would buy me enough time to get close to the God King. And the prophecy is fulfilled. I, Colin, will rule this world with the king's soul, you fools!
There's a traitor amongst us, Bartran. Attack immediately.
I cannot. Smoog is in danger. Just a moment. I run back to pick up Smoog.
You run back to pick up Smoog. 14, you rush over to Smoog and pick him up.
Thank God.
You pet his little head and he looks at you with those eyes, those trusting eyes. Smoog is fine.
Good.
And he loves you dearly.
I
Annie,
love him.
The king isn't dead. I have to go see if I can help him.
you rush over to the king and grab his body as he falls.
Listen up, friends, as I die.
What?
First of
You-
all,
hold
fuck
on,
you.
I'm a board-certified surgeon. You know, if I could...
Ooh, not today. We'll say critical failure.
Oh, no!
Needles rushes towards the king, extending her arms. Her mechanical arm, however, slips and falls into a stab wound. As she attempts to drag it out, she rips out several portions of his T7 through 9 vertebrae. The king screams in anguish, writhing on the ground.
Oh, Lord. Worthless robot.
Zayori's turn.
As I witnessed from afar, I let out a very episode 3 Darth Vader like, no, as I see the king's guts just be spilled before me.
4. No one's interested. Colin stands above the bloody king, laughing maniacally as he holds a rock over him. He says, "With the soul of the king in my possession, the dark moon bleeds for the first time in 1,000 years. Me and my brothers will destroy this realm and become living gods. Thank you, idiots, for I must go." And he runs to the other side of the room.
Well, shit.
I chase after him. I pull out my little pirate sword and start running.
You do that. You run towards the room, barely behind the quickened Colin as he runs. He laughs at you again. "You think you can stop Colin? My brother parentheses began this battle, and I will survive it."
Well, I'm still kind of standing there with king vertebrae all over me.
Yes.
You know, you said earlier...
He's not in a lot of pain from the... He's taking it like a champ. He
Oh,
hasn't
is
made
he
any
still-
noises.
he's still-
Oh, God.
okay, so he's
Delayed
super dead.
pain.
So he's not with us anymore.
He's alive. He's
He-
in a
oh, he's
massive
alive. I'm gonna
amount of
try
pain.
again.
He is clearly dying. He has sustained massive critical damage from your save attempt.
So I have a medical bag on me, and in that I have HP potions, which I can use to try to give him some of that back.
Yeah, you could try. Yes. His HP has doubled negatives. I mean, he is dying, but
Well-
you could.
Yeah, fuck him. Can I just like take a shit?
That's the appropriate D&D response.
19, you do take his shit. And Needles rummages through the pockets of the king.
I'm not even dead yet, you fuck.
And she finds a magical ring, a rusted ring, and the king's amulet. She rips his shit. She also takes his crown and his lightning scepter. King, it is your turn. You can react to this.
How dare you? I have been betrayed by my bodyguards, by my intimate partner, Colin, who also has a great colon.
I'm not your partner!
You must prevent Colin and his brothers from taking the 3 items of the King's Power, the fuck they're called. And even though you already took my Amulet of Kings, which is this, keep it. It's very important. And fuck you.
Let's
Sorry.
That was quite wise.
Let's see if he's still alive after that speech. He's got one more sentence left.
Great. There it is.
Okay, so has Colin gotten out of sight yet?
Colin is almost to the door. You are still chasing, but it is still your turn.
Okay.
You have a choice to make.
Not chase after this man. He's too fast. I'm not very quick. However, I would like some of this magical lightning wand. Let me see how it works.
King is just on the ground dying, and you guys are fucking bartering over his shit. What's wrong with you?
He got me drunk and put me in a cell.
That's true.
I have no love for this man.
I tried my hardest to save him. A little slip. Everyone makes mistakes.
I'm sitting back afar, remembering not so long ago when I was ready to suck his D for a little bit of action at the throne, and now he's dead and I have no plan.
You got those 300 shekels, boy.
Well, the king just died in front of me. I saw a robot rip out half of his back and all of his intestines. I think I need a goddamn moment. I want to sit down for a turn.
I mean, you did drink his cum.
That is also true.
You all did.
And I
let's be
pretended to like
Let it
Am I-
keep you strong, Winks.
Am I
You're the only
rolling for your
loyal
sit?
one.
Next time on Duckers and Dragons,
What is wrong with you?
Winks throws the clog. Holy shit!
We could just cut open my skin and store it in my muscles. They are huge and they would never be found.
the
Fuck
inside of
you.
you mad cyborg!